Health in Unit 3 and 4 is a range of different things. It's mainly based on Australia versus the rest of the world and other countries. You learn about developing countries and developed countries. So developed countries would be an example of Australia and America, and developing countries would be things like Portugal and Samoa, and least developed countries would be like Africa and parts of Asia.
And you have to learn a lot of definitions, like you have to know the definition of health itself,
Human development.
sustainability, all of these definitions. There's a lot. So you probably want to have a glossary or something to help you remember it all. You also learn about how health and everything's developed, like
How Medicare became, like when they first introduced Medicare to Australia.
and health insurance and all that stuff. And what was it, like biomedical approaches, all these approaches, and you'll learn about Millennium Development Goals and a lot of things. There's a lot to learn and a lot to remember.
And it's not a bludge.
Well, a lot of people think health and human development is easy and like you can bludgeon that subject, but you really can't. There's a lot of work involved. But if you keep up in class and stuff, it's not too hard.
Yeah, it's easy to slip behind if you don't complete any of the work. So you've got to keep up.
And doing the questions in class is really important, because if you don't do them, then you won't be able to answer the questions properly on the SAC, because most of the questions are all about wording and stuff like that.
Yeah, the practice questions that teacher gives you are a big help because they get you ready for, SACs and exams. And like she said, they're pretty much the questions that you answer in the practice questions are pretty much the questions that are going to be on the SAC. They might just be worded differently.
So if you do all of the questions, you should be fine. But yeah, it's important not to fall behind in class. So health is not a bludge at all. What you need to bring to health is pretty simple. Either like computer, pen, paper, whatever you need. I don't think there's a textbook.
There is, but it's optional. You don't have to get it.
Yeah. And you have to bring like a positive attitude. If you're not in a good mood and you're not willing to learn, there's no point in doing it, because you have to like be enthusiastic with it. Otherwise, you'll just fall behind. And you have to have a positive attitude to doing the work, because if you don't do the work in class, you won't be able to do well in the subject.
Also, like answering questions in class and like voicing your opinion is helpful, because it gives the rest of the class a range of different opinions and ideas to how to answer the questions. And yeah.